Hi everyone, my name's Kevin Ikov. I'm here today at Get Cafe, which stands for Great Expectations Together. It's a cafe that hires individuals with developmental differences. And today we're going to take a look at the sensory room that I built in the back. And so why don't you join me today? We're in downtown beautiful Narberth. Join me today and we're going to go look at the sensory room in the back. So come on and join me.
Don't we all need real jobs though? No.
So here we are at the sensory room in the back. It's a 10-foot by 6-foot room. I spent approximately $2,500 in materials to build and put what's in here, and you're going to see some very unique and interesting things that are in this particular sensory room. It's wonderful for children with developmental differences, and sometimes they will run a day camp here for those types of children, and this is a wonderful place for some of the workers in the cafe to come back and just chill and relax and hang out. I built a bench in here, which you'll soon see, and just come and enjoy me in this room. So as we enter the room, one of the first things I'd like you to see is I hung different types of crystals and things in the window that will definitely cast beautiful rainbows and lights on the wall. And then I also installed this wonderful light up top above that actually is a dragonfly light, and you can kind of just sit in this room and enjoy the light and the rainbows on the walls, and that's one just exclusive feature of the room. One of the things I'd like to show you next is this bench in the back, which actually this lifts up and it stores things. I built it right in here with a little back piece to it, so it's comfortable for people to come in, sit back in the back part of the bench and just relax. Another wonderful feature of this room is a spinner board, which has all these wonderful spinners on here. Some of them actually light up, and I'm going to light a couple up for you so you can kind of see what that's like. And so here we go with the lights, just on a couple. But they all basically spin, and this is wonderful for children or even adults or whoever wants to come in here to check out a spinner board and see that. It's a wonderful thing. You can sit on a bench and just spin them. Another wonderful thing that we also have here is a fish tank that was embedded into the wall. There's a bench on the other side that holds it, but there's a wonderful fish tank here, and we update the fish from time to time. Also, what we have on this wall are climbing bears, and there's 2 sets of them, and you just put a slight tension on the rope with these, and the bear will make it to the top of the actual piece, and children can race the bears. You could have 2 children racing the bears here. And so one of the other things I'd like to also show you, and we're going to have to close the door for this. As we close the door, what I did here was I did 2 different sets of embedded lights in the wall. This first one has a controller on here, and you just turn it on. Here's the light display. And then depending on where you move this little circular piece, and children can play with this circular piece, and the lights change color as I move the circular piece. That's one set of light, and the children can use that. The other piece is with this controller, and the lights are also embedded in the wall. I'm going to turn it on, and you can see the wonderful display of lights that go up and down. And with the controller, you can change the lights, the colors, the consistency, all kind of unique things with it. And then I made a little box to the side here that actually holds the controller for the lights, so the children don't lose that controller, and it's up a little bit above so children just can't grab it when they want. One of the other unique features about this particular piece and in the wall is this wonderful salt lamp that is installed here. And you can kind of see that and check that out. And I built it right in. A lot of this was used with just local materials from a Home Depot or a Lowe's. And at the top of it happens to be a diffuser, and I'm going to turn that on so everybody can see it. And so it actually is diffusing and using different essential oils that bring in a lovely, lovely smell to this room. Also, one of the nice features here is there's a radio CD player here that you can turn on. There is a controller for that as well, but you can do it manually too. And the controller again is kept right in the box with the other controllers. And so you have stereo sound in here. I did put sprinkles across some of the wall or glitter across the walls to just enhance the light when it comes in this room. And just before we leave this section, one last thing to take a look at is the floor. And what I did was I put 6 tiles in which you can, when you walk on these, they're gel tiles, and the gel inside them moves. And for some children or young adults, they love that feeling or the movement of the gel inside the tile, and hopefully you can kind of see some of that. And then, then we're going to move here to this next little section on the other side of the wall. And I'm going to show you, this is sort of cushy balls and the spike balls, and they're all soft, they're squishy, they're easy to move. I attached them all to a board along with some other little things to play with and little things that you can just, little gadgets that you can move and play with your fingers, along with this wonderful, wonderful piece that is actually used probably in a kitchen to clean glasses, but children just love the feel of that. It just feels so good to feel those brushes like that. And that's one particular board. The next board that I'd like to show you is made of material. This material board has 3 different types of material, each giving a different feel to it. Each one has, this one in the middle is more ribbed. This one on the end has more kind of, not sparkles, but like little, not really sure what it's called, but embedded in it are these beautiful gold and silver sort of sequins. That's what I was trying to think of. And it's a sequin piece of material. This middle one is ribbed. And then there's a zipper here in the middle board as well with the ribbed piece. And if you open the zipper down, what you get are bears. And so little bear buttons in the middle. And so this particular piece, and somebody's already stuck something in here, but in this middle piece are bears, so they're kind of hidden and a surprise to a child who's playing with this. The unique thing about this is the zipper can also come up from the bottom, and you can again find the bears. And so that's the unique piece of this. And I would also have to say, for the final piece of this particular structure in this room, I purchased a flop mat in which it's very puffy. It's kind of filled with air and foam. I'm going to drop it down now. We'll put this on the floor. And what you can see is, and I'm just going to flop straight back, and I'm about 200 pounds. And so children can stand on that bench and flop straight back, and they will not get injured. And there's plenty of air and foam in here, and it's a wonderful room to enjoy. It has smells, it has sound, it has feeling, and so it basically and lights, and it basically touches every sensory type of thing that a child or a young adult may like to do and find comfort in that. And so thank you today for joining me at Get Cafe in beautiful downtown Narberth. I wish each and every one a lovely and wonderful day. And if you want any more information about this, you can certainly contact me, Kevin Ikov, or Brooke Goodspeed at Get Cafe, and we'd be happy to talk to you about how to develop and build your sensory room. Thank you, and take care. Stay safe, healthy, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye, everyone.